Have you ever noticed how two people can live through the same moment, yet walk away with completely different lives? Imagine two men standing in the rain after losing their jobs. One looks at the dark clouds and feels his world collapsing. He goes home, sits in silence, and keeps repeating in his mind that life is unfair. The other man stands under the same rain, but he feels something different. He feels fear, yes, but also possibility. He wonders if this loss is secretly opening a new door. Months later, their lives look nothing alike. The strange truth is not what happened to them. The real difference is where they place their attention. The universe, in a mysterious way, bends itself around the energy you give your attention to. Everything in your life is constantly asking you one silent question: what deserves your focus? Your reality is not just shaped by events. It is shaped by what you emotionally feed. Think of your mind like a garden. Every thought is a seed, but seeds only grow when you water them. When you replay hurtful memories again and again, you are watering weeds. When you imagine hope, gratitude, and possibility, you are watering flowers. Most people believe life happens to them, but they do not realize they are secretly nurturing the very experiences they fear. A person who constantly fears betrayal starts noticing betrayal everywhere. A person who looks for kindness starts discovering kindness even in small gestures. The universe does not judge your thoughts as good or bad. It simply responds to the energy you keep alive through your attention. Consider how social media works. The more you watch a certain type of content, the more the algorithm shows you the same thing. If you watch videos about sadness and anger, your feed becomes filled with sadness and anger. If you watch inspiration and growth, your feed changes. The universe works in a strangely similar way. Your attention is like the like button of reality. Every time you emotionally react to something, you are telling existence, show me more of this. Even complaining is a form of attention. Even fear is a form of agreement. When you argue with negative thoughts, you are still giving them energy. The real power begins when you quietly refuse to give them space in your mind. From the moment you entered this world, life has been listening to you, but not through your words. It listens through your emotional signals. Many people say they want success, love, or peace, yet their daily emotions tell a completely different story. A person may say, I want happiness, but spends hours replaying painful memories. The universe listens to feelings more than spoken wishes. It is like placing an order in a restaurant. If you keep changing your order every few minutes, the kitchen becomes confused. Your emotions are your final order. What you feel repeatedly becomes what life prepares for you. There is another secret many people misunderstand. The universe only understands the present moment. Imagine telling a friend, one day I will trust you. That sentence secretly carries distance. It does not build trust now. In the same way, when you keep saying, I will be successful someday, your mind keeps success in the future, never allowing you to feel it today. But when you start feeling successful in small ways right now, something powerful shifts. It is like tuning a radio. The station already exists, but you must match its frequency to hear it clearly. When you feel as if your dreams are already forming, your thoughts, decisions, and opportunities begin aligning with that emotional frequency. Think about an athlete before an important match. The best athletes do not wait to feel like winners after victory. They feel like winners before stepping onto the field. They imagine success so deeply that their body and mind start acting in harmony with that vision. Their confidence changes their posture, their breathing, and their decisions. Life responds to people who emotionally live in their desired reality before it physically appears. This is not magic. This is the psychology of belief shaping behavior, and behavior shaping outcomes. As you continue walking through life, your level of awareness determines how well you play this game of existence. Life is not simple or one-dimensional. It is layered with patterns, emotions, relationships, and hidden lessons. Imagine entering a chess game without understanding the rules. You would lose quickly, not because you are weak, but because you are unaware. Expanding your consciousness means learning to observe yourself. It means noticing how certain thoughts trigger certain emotions, and how those emotions influence your choices. When you become aware of your inner patterns, you stop reacting blindly. You begin responding wisely. There is a powerful guidance system already living inside you, yet most people ignore it. This system speaks through feelings, intuition, and inner peace or discomfort. Think about a time when you met someone and instantly felt calm around them. Think about another time when you felt uneasy around someone without knowing why. That is your internal compass speaking. The universe often communicates through emotional resonance. When something feels deeply right, it usually aligns with your authentic path. When something feels heavy and forced, it often signals misalignment. Society teaches us to follow logic alone, but many of the most important decisions in life are guided by emotional intelligence and inner knowing. However, there is a danger that confuses many people. Not every pleasant feeling is true guidance. Temporary pleasure driven by ego can lead to long-term pain. Real alignment feels peaceful, not addictive. It feels stable, not desperate. Imagine the difference between eating healthy food that nourishes your body and eating junk food that only satisfies temporary cravings. One supports your growth, while the other slowly weakens you. Learning to recognize this difference requires honesty with yourself and courage to release what does not truly serve you. Another hidden force shaping your life is repetition. Your subconscious mind absorbs whatever you repeat emotionally and mentally. It does not argue or judge. It simply records and reproduces. If someone grows up hearing they are worthless, that belief often becomes part of their identity, even if it is false. But repetition can also be your greatest tool for transformation. When you repeatedly visualize confidence, speak with belief, and act with courage, your subconscious slowly accepts this as your new truth. Imagine a child learning to walk. The child falls again and again, but does not question whether walking is possible. The child repeats the attempt until walking becomes natural. Adults often forget this lesson. They try once or twice to change their mindset and quit when results are not immediate. Real change happens through consistent emotional repetition. Affirmations alone do not work if spoken without feeling. But when words are combined with strong emotion, imagination, and action, they begin reshaping your internal world. Once your inner world changes, your external reality starts reflecting that shift. Your subconscious mind also cannot distinguish clearly between imagination and reality. This is why memories can still make you feel emotional years later. Your body reacts as if the event is happening again. This ability can trap you in past pain, but it can also free you. When you repeatedly imagine yourself strong, loved, and successful, your brain begins building neural pathways that support those identities. Over time, your behavior naturally follows those beliefs. You start speaking differently, standing differently, and making different choices without forcing yourself. The deepest truth many people fear to accept is that you are not separate from the universe. You are an expression of it. The same intelligence that grows trees, moves oceans, and rotates planets also flows through your awareness. When you speak to the universe, you are speaking to the highest version of yourself. Every thought you hold, every emotion you nurture, and every belief you repeat becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. You are not just watching your reality unfold. You are painting it with your attention. Look honestly at your daily life. Notice what you repeatedly think about before sleeping. Notice what emotions dominate your mornings. Notice the stories you tell yourself when something goes wrong. These small moments are not random. They are the silent conversations you are having with existence. If you want to change your life, you do not begin by controlling the world outside. You begin by mastering the world within. Clean your thoughts like you would clean a sacred space. Protect your attention like you would protect something priceless. Choose your emotional focus like an artist choosing colors for a masterpiece. One day, you will look back at your life and realize that the universe was never ignoring you. It was always responding, always reflecting, always listening. The question is not whether the universe is speaking to you. The real question is whether you are conscious of what you are saying back through your attention, your emotions, and your beliefs. Your reality is not a fixed story written by fate. It is a living painting that changes with every thought you energize. And in this endless creative dance between you and existence, you hold the brush, you choose the colors, and you decide what masterpiece your life will become.